Hit up. Number 7 I am looking for now. Number 7. There you are.
Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries.
It was a dark September morning in Puerto Rico, and a young man had a terrifying encounter behind his house. So begins the bizarre saga of a beast called Chupacabras. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but occasionally it does drop from the sky. Just ask the young couple who found an unexpected treasure in their backyard. More than 30 years ago, a baby girl was left at the doorstep of an orphanage in Vietnam. Today, Kim Shad is an American citizen, and she needs your help to find the two childhood friends she loved as sisters. In life, tobacco heiress Doris Duke was celebrated for her extravagance and envied for her billion-dollar fortune. In death, Duke's memory has been eclipsed by a simmering controversy over control of her estate, an improbable tale of intrigue, deception, and some say murder. Also, you'll see how a woman's search for her long-lost foster son culminated in not one, but two heartwarming reunions. Join me for another edition of Unsolved Mysteries.
want you to understand that I have no family.
March 4th, 1993. Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, Los Angeles, California.
Many years since I was born.
80-year-old Doris Duke prepared to change the terms of her will. Hers is not just any will. Doris Duke is one of the wealthiest women in America, worth more than $1.2 billion. Waiting in the wings was a person who arguably stood to gain the most, Doris Duke's butler, Bernard Lafferty. Within a year, Duke would be dead. Bulk of her fortune left to charity. But as sole individual executor of the estate, Bernard Lafferty was given considerable financial control. In addition to an executive fee estimated to be $5 million, Lafferty was designated to receive a bequest of $500,000 a year for life.
I cannot believe she would have put that kind of trust into Bernard. It's not possible. There had to be some collusion. There was a manipulation between, in my feeling, between Bernard Lafferty, the doctors, and the lawyers.
Bernard Lafferty, doctors and the lawyer.
Hi,
That's
Julie.
the bizarre case of Doris Duke in a nutshell.
How are you doing?
Duke's got 6 different lawsuits have been filed challenging her will.
This is the one I'm doing.
As an example. Perhaps the truth may be found buried in the Byzantine events of Doris Duke's final days.
Big owl. Hope you are well. Wow, clocked up some miles today. Where are you from, Julie?
days which some believe may have ended in murder. Doris Duke was the only child of tobacco tycoon James Buchanan and her personal chef, who are both suing Lafferty for harassment and breach of contract disagreement.
Bernard is definitely a manipulator. Bernard let people in and let them out. He picked up the phone. So after a while, he had control of who got in touch with Miss Duke.
He would instruct other employees of Miss Duke to have conversations with Miss Duke about how devoted he was to her. He was trying to win her trust and affections in an excessive kind of way.
Within days of appointing Lafferty as co-executor, Doris Duke, then 78, elected to undergo extensive cosmetic surgery. The surgeon, Dr. Harry Glassman, was reportedly recommended by Bernard Lafferty.
Through the autumn of 1991, Miss Duke clearly was failing mentally. It was at this time Bernard pressured her and coerced her and coaxed her into getting involved with Dr. Harry Glassman, who was going to lift her depression by making her young and glamorous again in a minute.
Just 2 days after the cosmetic surgery, Miss Duke fell at home and broke her hip. Dr. Glassman referred her to Beverly Hills physician Dr. Charles Kivowitz, who became Duke's primary physician. Over the next year, Miss Duke was in and out of the hospital several times. By early March of 1993, medical records indicate that she was suffering from bouts of mild confusion. Around this time, Miss Duke apparently decided both to change her will and to give Bernard Lafferty power of attorney. Papers were drawn up by attorneys Alan Kroll and William Doyle, who had been recommended by Dr. Glassman.
Miss Duke, we've prepared your will.
The signing took place at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. Ann Bostitch was in the room. Claims Miss Duke did not know what she was signing.
She couldn't really sign it. She just sat there like a wooden statue. And Bill Doyle lifted the will up and put his briefcase underneath to raise it up. And she still couldn't sign it. So he slid his hand under her wrist and sort of propelled her hand along so she could scrawl her name. And I stood there and I was totally shocked. I thought, there's something really wrong here.
In a sworn deposition, William Doyle claims Miss Duke was of sound mind and signed of her own volition. A few weeks later, Bernard Lafferty was also named sole individual executor of the estate. He allegedly went on a spending spree. $60,000 on Armani clothing, $25,000 on jewelry, several thousand more on flowers and gifts. All of the purchases were reportedly charged to the estate. In July of 1993, Doris Duke suffered a stroke. She returned home after 2 months in the hospital. Her bedroom had been transformed into an intensive care unit with round-the-clock nursing supervision.
Duke? Miss Duke?
Dr. Charles Kivowitz stated the following in an affidavit given after Duke's death.
Doris Duke's medical situation while she was at home in late September 1993 was terminal. Although upon her discharge from the hospital, I had initially hoped that she would improve for several months. Shortly after she returned home, her condition began to deteriorate.
One of Miss Duke's nurses was Tammy Payette. In an affidavit filed in January of 1995, Payette stated,
Within a short period of time after she arrived home, Ms. Duke's physical therapy was cut off, and she was placed on a massive sedation regime by Dr. Kivowitz at the request of Bernard Lafferty, Ms. Duke's butler.
The rehab is discontinued and the drug's still up. She's kept down, she's sedated, and at that point, it seems to me, Lafferty and the others have taken control of her life.
Tammy Payette's credibility, however, has been called into serious question. Recently, she was sentenced to 8 years in prison for stealing nearly $1 million worth of valuables from several of her patients.
they get her to come up with an affidavit 18 months after Doris Duke's death, saying, my God, Doris Duke is being mistreated here. She could have lived for 5 years. The medication was too great. Where was she when Doris Duke was alive?
On October 7th, Dr. Kivowitz began to administer Demerol by injection, even though Tammy Payette claims Miss Duke was not in pain. Payette further claims that Duke's request to return to the hospital was ignored.
They've got her home. She's signed the will. If they let her out, if they let her meet a friend, if they let somebody come in there and they rehab her, she may sign other wills. This is the time for Miss Duke to die.
She made the decision in full possession of her faculties that she no longer wanted to go to Cedars-Sinai or anywhere else. She wanted to remain comfortable and pain-free there in her house. That's where, if she was going to die, she wanted to die, and Dr. Kivowitz followed her orders. He would have followed any orders she had given him.
9 days later, Dr. Kivowitz ordered that Miss Duke be given Demerol by continuous intravenous drip rather than injection. In his affidavit, Kivowitz explained,
By October 26, 1993, I believed to a reasonable degree of medical certainty that Miss Duke was near death.
the next day, a parcel was delivered to the Duke mansion, addressed to one of the nurses.
The package arrived, and it was from a drug company somewhere. And Bernard jumped out of the chair, and he ran over, and he grabbed the box, and he looked at it, and then took it downstairs. And then a few minutes later, he said to me, oh, Miss Duke is going to die tonight.
And he said it with definitive finality. It wasn't like the other times where he was saying, oh, I think she's dying.
In his affidavit, Dr. Kivowitz acknowledged a change in medication. That afternoon, he substituted morphine for Demerol. In her
I am
affidavit,
a sister,
Tammy
Nicole.
Payette made note of Bernard Lafferty's reaction to the day's events.
Later that evening, Bernard became very excited and impatient because Miss Duke was lingering, and called Dr. Kivowitz explaining that Miss Duke had not expired.
Right, thank you very much. Yes, goodbye.
Records indicate that Dr. Kivowitz then returned to the mansion and administered another 10 milligrams of morphine by intravenous push. He recorded that the patient was in a state of advanced pulmonary edema, a fluid buildup in the lungs. Tammy Payette's affidavit paints a different picture.
Eventually, as a result of the morphine IV, Ms. Duke's kidneys began to fail. Her lungs filled up with fluid, and her circulation began to deteriorate. Ms. Duke did not have pulmonary edema, and no doctor had diagnosed pulmonary edema.
Everybody there knew that Miss Duke was going to be dying with the addition of that morphine, and you could see the lockstep relationship. Increased doses, drip, drip, drip into Miss Duke. Down goes the breathing, down goes the heartbeat, until we're at a flat bottom.
Ms. Duke? Ms. Duke, can you hear me?
At 4 a.m. on October 28th, Doris Duke was clinging to life. Her respirations had decreased to 4 to 5 per minute. According to the nurse's records, written by Tammy Payette, Dr. Kivowitz phoned and increased the morphine dosage.
I asked in the deposition of the doctor, was she in pain? Of course not. She's unconscious. And yet we're increasing the morphine. No reason other than pain or terminating the patient to increase the morphine at that point. And that's what happened with Miss Duke.
Dr. Kivowitz did everything he could to keep her pain-free and comfortable, and whenever he gave Nurse Payette the discretion to increase the medication if necessary, Nurse Payette increased it far beyond what he authorized, then claimed 18 months later that he was the one over-medicating her. It doesn't make
Multitasking?
At 5:15 a.m., according to notes from another nurse, a 100 milligram dose of Demerol was added to the morphine drip. Quote, telephone number of Dr. Glassman for Dr. Kivowitz. An hour later, Doris Duke was dead.
I believe that woman wanted every chance possible to live. She had a strong constitution and a will. And I know she wanted to. And I know they can.
I mean, she went to these doctors because she wanted to dance again. She wanted to go and be photographed shopping in Paris. And what happens is a year and a half later, they're hooking her up to machines, giving her amounts of drugs that would drop Napoleon's army.
If you look at the facts here, at the care that was given by Dr. Kivowitz, at the money at stake, you realize there's only one motive here, and that's to get their hands on part of the estate of Doris Duke, and to do so they will drag any innocent people into it that they feel it's necessary, and unfortunately Dr. Kivowitz is one of those innocent people.
Her father told her, Doris, you have more money than anyone else. People are never going to love you except for your money. She did not trust people. Her father had told her that. And so Bernard Lafferty was able to fill a void. He came into a vacuum. He then found a group of opportunists. He found medical doctors, and he found lawyers who saw him as someone who they could control. So while he used Miss Duke, he was also, I think, used by those around him who had something to gain.
Next, Keely Shea Smith reports from the phone center. See how your calls brought about 2 joyous reunions. Also, with your help, a poignant tale of lost friendship that began in Vietnam 3 decades ago could end tonight, here in the United States. And later, we'll take you to Puerto Rico, where some residents claim that a frightening predator is roaming the countryside. Here at Unsolved Mysteries, we've learned to expect the unexpected. Tonight's update, perfect example. May 7th, 1964, Queens, New York. Jean and Don Warren rushed to greet the newest member of their family, a 2-year-old foster child named Roger Lindsay.
Hello, Roger. Hello, Roger. Welcome to our family.
I fell in love with him immediately. There was something about him that drew me to him. And I said to myself, this is going to be my son.
Over the next 3 years, Roger became just that, the 4th child and only son in a warm and loving household.
I think adjusting in our family was the best thing for Roger. Whatever we did, he was there with us. And each day I was loving this child more and more and more.
But in 1967, Jean and her husband had to move to Ohio. They were heartbroken to learn that they could not take Roger with them. Jean will never forget the moment the social worker came to take Roger away.
When she took him to the car, he looked at us and he looked at me, and I remember him putting out his hand and crying, I don't want to go, I don't want to go. And
Be a good boy, Roger.
I could only say, Roger, be good, take care of yourself, and I love you, and I'll always remember you.
Jean Warren remained true to her word. She never stopped looking for Roger. Here's Keely Shea Smith to tell you how she found him.
Bob, the night of our broadcast, we received a call from a very excited Roger Lindsley. He was thrilled to learn that Jean was looking for him. Normally, that would have been enough, but a few minutes later, we were stunned to hear from a man named James Lindsley, who turned out to be Roger's long-lost brother. Suddenly, the stage was set for a remarkable double reunion. On March 8, 1996, 30 years after they were separated, Roger Lindsley finally came home to Jean Warren, the woman he still calls Mom.
How are you?
I was ecstatic. My heart started pounding. I would like him and his wife to be a part of our family. And it's so nice to hear him call me Mom. That makes it all worthwhile.
I feel so much love for that woman. She has changed my life. I got a family overnight. Overnight I got a family. I'm a happy man.
The reunion with Jean was a rousing success, but there was more to come, much more. Roger's brother James was on the way. They hadn't seen each other in nearly 3 decades.
Hey, Rod. What happened, man? What you did, huh? Can't believe it. It's unbelievable. There's no feeling in the world you could imagine. Is not to have a family, and then 30 years later in your life, you see somebody that's like you. Is indescribable. I'm overwhelmed. I really am. I found my foster mother. I found my brother. We were separated as infants. I couldn't see leaving this world without knowing where I came from. Now I know.
Believe it or not, there was still more to come. In the weeks since their reunion, Roger and James have found both their brother Philip and their father, Philip Sr. For one family, a happy ending and a new beginning.
The snapshot is a window to another place and time. The Regina Pacis Catholic Orphanage in Vietnam, circa 1967. For a woman named Kim Shan, shown here at the age of 8, the picture is one of the few tangible links to her childhood friends Ngoc and Young-sin. Kim hopes that tonight they will all be reunited here in the United States after a separation of nearly 30 years.
I feel that growing up together in the orphanage, they're the only roots that I've known, and I would like to find them again.
Kim's ancestral roots were lost forever in the land of her birth, swept away by history and circumstance. As an infant, Kim was left for the nuns of the orphanage to find. It was a parish priest who christened her Tron Thai Kim Ha. She joined some 80 other girls at the orphanage, and there she came of age. By the time Kim turned 5, she and her friends Ngoc and Young-sin were inseparable.
You know, Young-sin and I, we would always try to sit together in the classroom, and during recess, we would go out and we would play in the playground together. We just seemed to always be together. And we didn't really think about parents because we were raised in the orphanage and we feel that's like family.
Kim's life is far from luxurious, but she was sheltered from the winds of war stirring beyond the orphanage walls. By the mid-60s, Saigon was flooded with American troops. Some found their way to the orphanage.
They would hand us out lifesavers, raw cherry lifesavers. I remember that because that was like my favorite candy. Ngoc, Young-sin and I, we would talk about this. We hope that someday an American family would adopt us, bring us to America, where we could live free and live happy.
With the war escalating around them, the nuns redoubled their efforts to find permanent homes for the girls. Kim's chance came during the spring of 1967. Lawrence Shooter was a retired Air Force lieutenant colonel. He and his wife had already adopted 2 boys. Now they wanted a little girl. Before an adoption could move forward, the nuns wanted Kim and the Shooter family to get acquainted.
Now, I have something special for you. What do you think it is? There you go. You know how to drive that thing? I'll show you how. Come on.
Nearly every weekend for 6 months, Shooter took Kim on an outing. Some days they would spend hours just meandering through Saigon, trying on the roles of father and daughter. In the end, it would be Kim's decision whether or not to leave the orphanage and join the Shooter family. For advice, she turned to her closest confidants, Knock and Young Sing.
I don't really want to go to America. Well, it makes me happy if you can go. I'll miss you guys. You guys won't be there. We could take good care of you. I don't really know anybody in the United States. They have good cheeseburgers there.
An 8-year-old has no idea what going to America means. No matter how well someone tries to explain it to them, it is total culture shock. So you go to America is like saying, go to Cinderella's palace.
Sister Lucy, the Mother Superior, provided the final nudge towards a choice.
If Colonel Shueta wanted to adopt young Chin or no, you want him to have a good life, don't you?
Yes.
But that's what I want for you. And that's what God wants.
But I'll miss my friends.
Maybe this will help. Don't worry. There's an American family that wants to adopt young Chin and love together.
They're going to America too?
Someday.
I was a little nervous about leaving. Very scared, but yet kind of excited.
Okay.
They were excited for me and happy for me that I got a chance to go and have a better life.
Yes.
Mother!
And that was the last time.
You're answering to Mother! You're answering to Mother.
I know I am.
Hi, Nicole.
Kim left Vietnam with her adoptive father in September.
That was me being sarcastic.
Alright then. Have you been fed yet? Probably not.
Yes, she was.
Alright.
She had chicken because they're not wasting it.
30 years ago. At that time, Kim's friend Young Sing was between 5 and 8 years old. Today, she would be in her
What
mid-30s.
did I buy today, cat? Shit.
Knock was about 8 years old. She would be in her late 30s.
Yeah, I know.
Both girls may have been adopted by the same family, raised as sisters in the United States.
Fantastic. Yeah? Great. Got one of these? Oi. Oi.
Next, in Puerto Rico,
Is yours?
reports abound that a mysterious
believe it
unknown
is.
beast is on the loose.
I know. Here's your treats. Oh, now I've got to rewire it finally. Oh my god, I had a right job getting it out of the back of that computer. It's going to be a fight to put a new one in.
Perhaps best described as heaven on earth. But
Is that
something
nice?
is reportedly lurking on the
Yum,
fringes of
yum.
the forest.
Yum,
A
yum.
mysterious beast which has turned heaven into hell.
I can see there's something here on the top.
Don't let.
When I saw him stick out his pointed tongue,
Oh, that's it. You got it all.
his claws and crouched for an attack,
There you go.
I thought I was the next victim.
There you go.
I felt that he was watching me because of certain movements made by his eyes. I could see 3 fingers on each hand, and on each finger a very long cross.
They call the beast chupacabras. It preys on livestock and domesticated pets. It may look like a creature out of a low-budget horror film, yet these composite drawings are based on eyewitness descriptions from dozens of Puerto Ricans.
Oh yeah.
Such a creature might exist.
Yeah, so I've got to pull apart that other computer to get the wires fed through.
Mm.
But it saves spending 17 quid now
Mhm.
when it doesn't need to be spent now. What? You ain't going out. It's pitch black out there. Night time.
David Negron was one of the first to
No.
encounter the beast.
It is pitch
Before dawn
black.
September 9th, 1995, David went out to check on the family goat.
That noise.
David was startled to discover that his goat had been killed.
After I found the goat dead, I was standing there looking
What's
around,
that noise?
and that's when I saw the creature. It was black and hairy. It had large red eyes and a crest above its head. When I saw it, I felt scared and I began to run.
Nicole, I found one. Don't see shit.
I've never seen anything like that.
I found one, look. Your favourite, coconut. Ew, coconut. I got these as well. Naughty. You want one of these? Huh? Donuts, yeah. I bought something else as well, but I don't know whether to use it because it might go wrong. I got there. I'm sick of it. Oh, you getting rid of me grey hair? I hope it goes right and not wrong. I think it's about right. Ish. I hope it doesn't go ginger. I'm sick of fucking having grey hair, it's doing me head in. I used to be absolutely totally blonde when I was younger. And then it went blondie brown. And then it went brown. Then it went grey. Hey, it's a good thing I don't have to use it downstairs. Yeah, I remember my mum, she dyed her hair blonde and it fucking turned bright orange. And she took the towel off, she went, I'm fucking ginger! It was so funny.
I remember that.
Yeah, she dyed her hair and it fucking turned bright orange, didn't it?
Yeah, I was
fucking
there.
hair dye, that fucking hair dye, I'm fucking ginger.
Because the way she was saying it, we was ending up laughing our heads off.
Yeah. It was so funny, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
She was
remember
always
that.
fucking around dyeing her hair, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But it went wrong that time. It was fucking bright orange.
It was orangey red.
Orangey red, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But she went and fucking ginger. It was so funny.
Oh, that was a fun memory.
When she was describing them terrorists.
IKEA.
Yeah. They've done it again. They've done it again. They've done another terror attack. I went, fucking who? And she went, them bastards, IKEA. I went, you mean Al Qaeda?
She went, yeah.
She went, yeah. And I went, you fucking IKEA? Yeah.
Oh my god, we were in hysterics.
What the fuck are you talking about, IKEA? Oh, you know what a pissing meant. No, you just said fucking IKEA. Me and Wayne were ripping the shit out of her.
We was all laughing our heads off. I said, hey, don't worry about it. It's just I said to her, anyone can mistake for my kids to
Al Qaeda.
Al Qaeda.
I knew what she meant, Al Qaeda, but she said IKEA. By then it was too late. I was already ripping the shit out of her. Fucking IKEA.
Those days were funny.
Oh. Hey kitty, playing with your mouse? Well, I had my trip to the dentist, didn't I? Got to have 2 more fillings. Yeah, I know, that's what she thought it was. It was fucking so funny, that was. Just like, you fucking idiot.
It's just like the way she said it.
Yeah, but it's the way she said it, she went, those bastards have done it
said
again.
I said
IKEA. I went, what, are they having a sale?
Oh god, I remember that.
Crazy, man.
And that day when you freaking my mum.
Oh.
When you was trying to say that she owes money.
Oh yeah, I said it was a washing repair man. I'm on my way round. I
She
said,
went,
well, I'm coming for my money because it's a call-out fee. She
You
fucking,
right?
you ain't getting any money out of me. She hung up on me.
I ring back and said he was Gary pissing about.
Me fucking around. Turned her up.
Oh dear. But she knew his sense of humour anyway.
Yeah, but she didn't know it was me. And what did I do? Put a Scouse accent on, didn't I? Or something.
No, you had a weird accent.
Yeah, put an accent on, didn't I? She didn't know it was me. Fuck you, though. Are you kidding? You okay? We'll go see. That bunny cat there. Yeah. What's for dinner? Excuse me. I bought some tire balls as well, isn't it?
Mm.
Fucking can't eat them crisps what I bought. They're too hot. We better make some pop. I haven't mixed any pop up yet. Zucchini boats again, requested by Mommy to be. Ah. Oh, is she getting cravings? I had cravings today, didn't I? To get out of the fucking town centre.
Mm.
I knew they'd fucking try pulling a fast one with that graphics card and try ripping you off.
Yeah.
They fucking didn't, no, did they? 'Cause
No,
that's what
they
stopped
did not.
us.
Thank you. I was trying to open it.
Eh?
I was trying to open the bag.
So it shows they didn't even look at that thing.
He didn't. I was watching him, right?
Yeah.
And he got it out of the bag,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
And he didn't look at it. He was just obviously looking for the code.
Yeah, the serial code.
And that's what he was.
Yeah, so he put it in as the black edition.
Yeah.
It's not, it's the white edition, they're worth more money.
Good job he was with me.
Zucchini boats. Food shopping tomorrow, isn't it?
Mhm.
Dinner stuff we need. Stuff for dinners. Riata. I dare you go in Tesco's tomorrow and ask them if they've got any Malacca in.
But I've got a good bargain today.
You always get bargains when I'm with you.
I know. I got a really good bargain. This one, I've always wanted to get it, but I was never able to get it.
Zucchini boots.
Because it was too expensive.
What you stuffed them with though? What did you stuff them with, my dear?
There it is. Here's multitasking.
Well, oh, she cooking and wanking at the same time.
No.
Hello. Eat your dinner. What dinner did you give her?
Chicken.
Oh, shut it all. Good girl. Good girl.
I ain't gonna waste it.
You know what I miss? Them lovely potato skins filled with cheese and bacon. Uh-oh. I need a tall.
That can't be true. No way. Forecasts from the Weather Modelling Service indicate a period of a significant snowfall lasting approximately 36 hours is possible for Scotland, particularly in the Highlands, from evening of Friday the October the 17th to Sunday the October the 19th. While the Met Office confirms the pattern is more unsettled weather arriving around this period, its official outlook is less certain about exact timing of the severity of any snow. That's why the plants are out. That's why the plants are going, what the friggin' hell's going on? Crazy. I'm on number 9 right now, so I am just gonna do this number, then I'm calling it. can hardly believe you. When you calling me, watching from outside. Love this song. I only want 3 little ones, and then they're done, and then I am done in a second. That'll do it. I am gonna call it now. I will see you guys later on. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, and I'll see you later. Lots of love. Bye everyone.